Hey, what's up? Awesome. Back in another video. I just kind of want to walk through today. I just really want to walk through basically what does our operations workflow look like? Where are some inefficiencies? What am I doing to solve those inefficiencies? As well as what do I feel like I've done well along the way? And just kind of break down the whole structure of it to really show people all this stuff that goes behind the scenes. For context, if this is your first time here, my name is Austin. I basically run this channel that you see in front of you. Got about 6K on TikTok. We're slowly scaling on Instagram. We got about 1.7. YouTube 249, LinkedIn 321. I know stuff like the back of my hand, but contextualize you. These are basically what the reels look like. I like this one because it did our best, candidly. Um, Here, yeah.
Of Illinois. And what made you money while you were in school? I ran a business. What was the business? It was a tech-based lawn care company. And how much did you actually make from it? The business.
Cool. Get the point. Cool. So then basically, I'm gonna walk through the whole process, what goes into making these videos, what I could do better, what I've done for it to get better in the past, as well just kind of explain what it looks like. So cool. Basically, put hours into this amazing graphic, which really depicts everything here. But yeah, I just want to walk through and kind of explain everything. Cool. So basically, here we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 steps in the whole process. First things first, I need to outreach to guests. And I'm going to walk through what they are first, and then I'll walk through bottleneck areas, how I'm going to improve them. Okay, outreach to guests. So what does that look like? Maybe it's cold outreach, hitting people's DMs, never met them before, hoping they get a response. Cool. I don't really do much of that, to be honest. Warm outreach. This is what I do more than anything else. So many of the interviews are people that I've already met, close friends that are working on businesses that I want to platform. Warm outreach is where I mostly handle it. I guess you could say like affiliates, friends sending me people, hey, you should interview this person. A lot of time goes there. That's how we get a lot of people. As well as a little bit of inbound as well. People saying, hey, like, I'd love to get interviewed for the channel. But honestly, I don't know if I've ever really interviewed anybody off of that. But cool. That's basically how we get quote unquote clients for this, right? Then from there, you need to schedule a meeting time. Yeah, hey, meet me quad this time. Some people, it's a lot harder in the summer. Context, I go to University of Illinois. When I'm down there, it's like, hey, meet me in the quad. Both 5-minute walk from both of us. Really easy. But when we're at home, I live 40 minutes from Chicago. They live 40 minutes from Chicago in the other direction. It is a lot harder to schedule these interviews, which is a big reason why I've experienced a bottleneck in the scheduled meeting phase of things. Anyways, both of those go in, obviously need to happen before the recording of reel. All the way reel's recorded, I have my mics on me. I keep them on me all the time. And I'm just out and meet somebody, be awesome. Hey, you want to rip an interview real quick? 3 to 5 minutes, knock it out. Cool. That is a lot easier. There's a lot less that goes in this side than there is that goes in this side. So actually, I should do this more. That makes a lot of sense. This is why I like explaining things, because I realize it along the way. But basically, yeah, so that's what goes into the actual scheduling, recording of a reel, get that done. Record it, done, video file. Once that's done, the next thing I need to do is context. You saw a reel, short form video. That is one type of content produced. The other one is the full form interviews with, let's say, 15 questions. To get those 15 questions into a reel, which is about 4 questions, I need to choose which questions to include. That takes me longer than it should. And because that's really what makes the content go viral, right? Understanding what questions work, what questions were the biggest value add. Did I ask a good question? Was my tone good when I asked it? And a lot goes into rewatching the video into choosing which questions should be included. So that's also a big bottleneck for me because it takes a lot more time than I'd want it. And I'd love a world to where I just have my reel and I immediately upload it to the drive, and then all of these processes immediately occur. But okay, we'll go into how I'm going to address these bottlenecks shortly. But cool. So then, yeah, once I choose the questions, upload the video as well as, hey, include these questions to my video editor. We all have a Slack channel with our whole team. He automatically using Zapier. I automated it using Zapier. He gets a Slack message on the trigger that I uploaded a video to the shared drive that says, hey, Austin just uploaded a video to the drive. Can you get it done in 24 to 48 hours? He sees that. I don't need to message him. That way there's no room for error there. Dope. He sees it, gets it done. Awesome. And then immediately after that, he uploads it back to the drive. He doesn't need to text me. On the trigger that a video is re-uploaded to the drive, I get the text that says, hey, Weston just finished the video. Take a look. And then I take a look. If it's good, then I then move it to a file that says Reels to Post for my VA that I have. And basically she goes to all these different platforms to distribute it there because, yeah, and that's basically what that looks like. I spelled distribution wrong. That's funny. But yeah, basically that's what the workflow looks like, and both of these are outsourced, and as a result, these actually flow really quickly and really nice, which is good. Cool. I feel like I've done a really good job operationally on this part of the workflow. And you could just say it's other people, and maybe they're just doing better work than you. Because if you were more reliant, like this is you, this is them. So that's another thing to think about. But cool. So yeah, all of these processes flow like that, and I feel like I've done a really good job over there, but this section is what I need to do a better job of. Okay. How do I address these bottlenecks? How do I reduce the slack time? Yes, I'm just using operations words to use them. What I realized is spontaneous recording is the way to go. I definitely need to take more shots when I'm out. And there's somebody that would be a good interview. Ask them. Don't hesitate. Don't be like, oh, like this is going to ruin the vibe or anything like that. Don't worry about it. Just do it. It's way better for both of your times. And most of the time they're going to be done. So utilize this a lot more, and also put yourself in social settings. Go to that conference. Go to that run club. Go to those events where those people are. So you could just walk up and ask them. And this takes a minute. This takes like hours. Yeah, hammer this more. Hammer this more, man. Or even host events. Like, you're having people over at your house again Saturday. While they're there, just be like, hey, do you want to rip an interview real quick? And then that is almost like in-person inbound of them coming to you. So yeah. I'm going to write, actually I won't write it down because I don't want to hammer spontaneous recording more. Cool. Now with that being said, I think the biggest thing here is just going to be generating more inbound as well, where people could submit people that we should interview. That just makes my life a lot easier, as well as having somebody that scouts people that I should interview as well. And I think there's a lot of people that would do that and would want to do that. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is generating inbound off it. But I mean, that is making less work. But the people that you want to interview, you will discover yourself, which you should do. You should do more work to discover them as well. You should be more intentional about that. But okay. Cool. What are the actionables? Well, you're about to be back at school. Go to all those entrepreneurial events. Always have your mics on you. Be ready to record an interview at all times. That increases this likelihood of this happening. In the moment when you're like, fuck, like I don't know if I really want to, like interrupt the mood. Just do it, unless it's like unprofessional, whatever, unprofessional. And then over here, I say do one meeting day a week, or do one recording day a week, and schedule all your interviews for that day, so that there isn't really any room for error there. It's a lot easier to schedule them all for one day. Hey, I only do interviews on Sundays. Okay, you can't do this interview. You can't do this day. Do next Sunday. Yeah, cool. Bottleneck choosing questions. This is something that I want to try to automate with the program. I uploaded a last video where I automated my LinkedIn posting, which helped a lot with this distribution channel. The next thing that I would like to do is write a program that pretty much extracts all of the questions that I used from all my past interviews, which isn't too hard. It basically would just download all the videos from Instagram, and then store all of those questions in an array, which is like CS shit. And then once they're all stored, I would store them in a, maybe I could store them in a, I could then put that in a JSON so that I could include it in a ChatGPT call or an OpenAI chat completions call. And then from there, I could say, hey, these are all the questions. These are all my usual questions that I use. Transcribe this whole interview that I did with 15, and output me the top 4 to 6 based off of all of my other interview questions that I've used in the past. And I think that could, maybe it doesn't solve the whole problem, but it cuts down the slack time a lot. Yeah, I think that's a play. So yeah, let's just get to working on that. But yeah, this is basically what the proof of concept operational workflow looks like. So there's a lot more that goes into an interview than like this. Like, you just see these final videos, but there's a lot more that goes into it. And I really want to do a better job of accelerating this so that, one, I can focus on making a better product, as well as, two, think about higher level. Yeah, I mean, ultimately just make a better product, make more impact. That's what I want to do. But when I'm, worried about all these different variables along the way, I can't focus on that. So that's why we're trying to, big things, figure these out, and then we'll update in the future. Dope. Thank you. Oh, yeah, drop a subscribe. Drop a subscription if you really stay to the end of this. You are awesome. That's not the point of this necessarily. I want to be able to share these things, but they're not packaged for social media at all, not quick cuts. I just want to be able to have these here so that when I can look back on them, but also, two, can provide somebody of value when they are in my current position when I'm further along the way. So yeah, drop a subscription if you want to follow us along the way and how we're going to grow in the future. Thank you.